Hey there, my friends, what is going on? Vitaly Dubin is here, founder of Bitcoin's Walls Club, and today in Crypto Show, 18th of February, I want to discuss a very bullish sign that we are seeing right now on the chart, which is the golden cross. And whenever it happens, when we see a golden cross, I will show you what I mean in just a second. This is a very good sign that we are heading upwards for the Bitcoin price. So we have a lot to discuss today. We're just 83 days for the Bitcoin halving event that will happen May 12th this year. So really exciting stuff. So let's get right into it. There you go. Okay, so today what we are seeing is the golden cross. This is when the moving averages of the last 50 days and the last 200 days, which you can see right here, are crossing. And whenever it happens, you can see throughout the history of Bitcoin that we are having a really great bull run, okay? So for example, when we are seeing this happen right here on 24th of April, we have a pretty good run up from here when Bitcoin price was hovering about $4,600, reaching $13,800. If we take a look at how much profit there was, it's about 208%, which is really awesome. Okay, and then when it crossed back, you can see right here we kind of slide it down and we are crossing now again. If we go back a little bit further to the left in the history and see some more events when it happened, okay, right here you can see on November 2015 when this has crossed over here. I mean, the bull run was absolutely amazing, right? If you measure from this point to this point, it's about 5,000. Yeah, it's about 5,000%, something like that. Okay, so that's where we are heading right now in this very bullish sign. Okay, so something to take a notice at. I'm really excited to see this in the chart because if you take a look at the weekly, okay, and put it the Heiken and Ashi candles, we are still on a weekly. We are in a green zone. So yes, we did have a little bit of a come down for Bitcoin, but we are still on a weekly in a green territory, which is really awesome. Now, looking at the overall market, we're seeing a lot more green today. Bitcoin started to pump, and it's actually pumping right now. Take a look in an hourly. We are printing right now a green candle, and we are shooting upwards. And overall, the market is recovering. Right now, the market cap is $285 billion. And you see a lot of coins are in the green. Now, what else I wanted to discuss with you today is another signal that preceded the recent 10% Bitcoin boom. It appears again, and this is when this red 9 appears in a 4-hour time frame. It's called a signal of TD sequential. Okay, so it's just another signal. Okay, whatever. But looking at the overall, the bigger picture, guys, the bigger picture is definitely that Bitcoin is moving upwards. And even Alex Jones, who was a critic of Bitcoin, now he changed his mind and said, yes, you're right, I should have got involved in Bitcoin a long time ago when he was invited to Max Kaiser's show. And you can see this episode as well. You're right, I should have got involved in Bitcoin a long time ago. And you know, he's saying that Jones may have missed out on buying Bitcoin at $1, $100, $7,000, but even at $10,000, he will still make a 40x return, since Kaiser says Bitcoin will be worth $400,000 in the coming years. Okay, so that's a long-term perspective, obviously. And Samsung is quietly becoming a major Bitcoin player with this new flagship model, guys, the S20, S20 Plus, and S20 Ultra models. These new 5G enabled smartphones built on the Galaxy S10 ranges, Bitcoin cryptocurrency and blockchain support, and they created the actual dedicated Bitcoin wallet to create a secure processor dedicated to protecting your PIN, your password, your pattern, and blockchain private key. So with that, you know, just think about the amount of user adoption that it's going to bring when Samsung just sold last year 300 million phones. Okay, it's a major player. It's a 90% of global smartphone sales, and every phone coming with an inbuilt Bitcoin wallet and its private key already ready to go. So this is where we are going with this. Meanwhile, iPhone maker Apple raised eyebrows last year when one of its executives said it's watching cryptocurrencies. However, Apple chief executive Tim Cook subsequently dismissed expectation could fall on Facebook football and create its own cryptocurrency. Okay, so they are a little bit lagging for iPhone, but I think it's it's a matter of time when Apple is going to release in its iPhone also inbuilt wallets. It's only a matter of times. Now, what else is really interesting is for the first time we have over 18 million addresses that have been holding Bitcoin for over a year, which means not using it, not trading, not just holding that Bitcoin in the wallet. Over 18 million addresses like that. Okay, something is happening, guys. The accumulation of Bitcoin is happening. The number of addresses with 100 Bitcoin or more is currently at an all-time high, 4.3% increased compared to a year ago. Meanwhile, the number of addresses with over 1,000 Bitcoin is its second highest value, representing a remarkable 31.9% yearly gain. So people are hoarding more and more Bitcoin. Similarly, those who hold 10 Bitcoin or more, or 1 Bitcoin, the number of addresses that hold at least 1 Bitcoin surpassed 700,000. Think about the accumulation. Think about the growth and the adoption of Bitcoin. And looking at the whales, number of addresses over 10,000 BTC dropped. 2 addresses managed to accumulate over 1% of the circulating supply each. Over 1% of the circulating supply each. How much is that? With the halving approaching, though, 2 addresses have been constantly accumulating throughout the past year, increasing their total concentration. The largest whales, or blue whales for crypto, managed to reach 1.4% and 1% of the total circulating supply. So they hold 255.5 thousand Bitcoin and 182,500 Bitcoin, which represent 2.6 billion and 1.9 billion. Just those 2 addresses, whether it's an institution, a person, they don't know. But that's quite a lot. And the amount of people that are buying Bitcoin, holding to Bitcoin, is increasing. So I think we are here at a critical time right now for Bitcoin, as we are going to have a little bit, maybe we are facing some support in this area, and we couldn't break this $9,600 or so range, and we are starting the upward movement right now yet again. And with the fact that we have this golden cross on a daily chart, which is a very bullish signal, I think that we are ready to head for the next big boom, which will happen this year. Okay, talking about the yearly 2020, and the next Bitcoin halving event in just 83 days from now. 83 days from now. So take a look at this date, 12th of May 2020, and what's following it in the coming months is going to make history for Bitcoin. I believe it will reach at some point $100,000. I don't know if this year, maybe next year, or beginning of 2022, but we're definitely heading towards that. So that's what I wanted to share with you today. I hope you have a fantastic day, and always get up to date with all the latest cryptocurrency and Bitcoin news, so you are in the know what's going on, what's happening, and want to anticipate so you can make better decisions for yourself, what to trade, how to handle your Bitcoin portfolio. And if you missed our training we did last 2 days ago, teaching you about a very simple same-day profit system, how you can trade profitably cryptocurrencies yourself on your exchanges, and generate those tiny micro profits of 0.5% or 1% per trade, how to identify them on a 5-minute chart. We had a great training with Justin Clark. So you can watch it right here inside Bitcoin Swells Club, and get access to the training, the tools that can allow you to pinpoint those trading opportunities to get in and get out of the trade the very same day. Okay, so with that being said, guys, hopefully you have a fantastic day, and I'll see you tomorrow.